Feet hip distance, as usual. Parallel, slide bending the knees, tug the pelvis, lengthen through the entire back. Release the tension in your shoulders, your neck. And then take a few arm rolls as usual. Big inhales, big exhales. Think about drawing your belly button in. And I'm also thinking about the rib cage at the same time. Try not to flare it forward because that also untucks your pelvis. And I'm changing the direction. Will you shout if I'm going too fast? I'll take it as a yes.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Right, let's do the first roll down. Chin up, inhale. Exhale, chin down, slowly. Bend your knees as soon as you feel that you need it. Protect your back and your hamstrings. With the first one, I'm dangling forward. Still slide bend or generous bending the knees, grabbing the elbows. You know what to do to loosen your back, your hamstrings. Big inhales, big exhales. Sue, is that cough still there? Was that you?
It was me, but it's not really there. No.
Okay. And then come up slowly. Before we do another roll down, I'm closing the feet and I'm circling into the knees to prepare them for a few squats. Changing direction every now and then in your own time. And I'm taking care of the ankle, circling into one ankle. Makes you lengthen through the back. And then once you've done one ankle, let's do the other ankle. And then once you've done both of them, give them a shake, feet hip distance. Chin up again, inhale. Exhale, chin down. Take it towards the mat. I'm going to give the hamstrings just a slight stretch once I'm dangling forward. And let's walk the hands out to find cat and cow. A bit more preparation in the spine. Drop the knees under your hips, hands under your shoulders. Look up on your inhale. Exhale, tug the chin, tug the tailbone. Taking a few rounds of that because I know that really prepares my stomach, my back, my spine, my neck. All the bits that you need. Different direction is always welcome. So if you want to do a little side bend, pushing your hips one way, looking over the shoulder the same way. And then the other way is just a nice stretch down the sides. And maybe come back for another cat and cow. And then once you've done the last one, come onto your front so we can warm up your upper back muscles. I'm keeping the feet wide this time, just for preparation. Bring the arms out into cactus. You know what you're doing. Press into the hands, lift head and shoulders on your inhale. Exhale, bring it back. So please take it slow. It's a little bit about the mobility first. So you are pushing into the elbows and the hands, shoulders away from the ears. You're also thinking about in the first few rounds that you're scooping the pelvis, you're pressing the top of the feet onto the mat. But if and when you're ready, I'm lifting one arm at the time, head and shoulders, one arm staying in a cactus on your inhale. Other one is helping, pressing into the mat, exhale, bring it back. And then I'm alternating. Try and think about keeping your hips level because you might feel, as you're alternating for a few more rounds, you might feel as you lift your right arm, the weight wants to tip into the other hip, or maybe your right hip. But I'm trying my best to tug the pelvis and draw the belly button away from the mat to keep my hips even. See if you want to do both arms for maybe about 2-3 repetitions. Inhale, lift, exhale, bring it back. One arm at a time is good. When you come back onto the mat, keep checking that you're tucking the pelvis and that your shoulders come away from the ears. I'm making this the last one. Finish it off in your own time. So it's all about your upper back muscles. And I'm going to push into a downward dog, taking my time, feet hip distance, hands under the shoulders. Scoop the pelvis. I'm sitting through a quick child's pose, but you might want to make it longer. And then let's meet in a downward dog where you're pedaling the heels out. Turn your head side to side as well. So I'm still moving, still mobilizing bits. And I'm going to finish the mobility / warm up bit with a few lizard twists. I'm stepping the right foot on the outside of the right hand, dropping the left knee and sweeping the right arm up for the twist, feeling the back muscles and see if you can bring the right elbow towards the mat on the inside of the right heel for about 4 or 5 repetitions. Focus on really twisting as you reach up, keeping the left elbow straight at that point. But when you're bringing the right elbow towards the mat, feel free to bend the left elbow. Make sure you're bending the right knee, so you feel the front of your left hip flexor possibly. And I've got a couple more rounds left. If you finished before me, feel free to step into a downward dog and maybe just wait for me there. And this is my last one. Excuse me, I'm stepping the foot back, pedaling it out in a little downward dog, focusing on the shoulders slightly more, so I'm bending the knees, trying to drop the chest through more. And then let's do the other side, stepping the left foot on the outside of the left hand, dropping the right knee if you're happy with that, lifting the left arm. The first twist is always a little bit stiffer, and bring the left elbow towards the mat when you exhale. Again, 4 or 5 rounds. I did 5 on the other side. Notice the difference between the two sides. And I've got 2 more left. And if again you finished before me, feel free to step into a downward dog. Are you okay, guys, so far?
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Make sure you spread the fingertips in downward dog. Any movement, but you might want to keep it static. See what feels good. Make sure you check in with your neck as well. And then let's bring the hands and feet together. Let's dangle, or you might be ready for a gentle stretch into the hamstrings if you want to grab the back of your legs. And then come up slowly. I roll the shoulders back. Now I need some space onto the 2 sides, so I'm going to face you, but you stay where you can see. I'm not going to mirror you, because actually I am going to mirror you because you're facing me. Your feet are hip distance just for a few squats. Make sure you sit your heel back on, weight back onto the heels. Lift the toes and sit back when you're in here. Exhale, bring it back up. We are doing about 5 to 8 while you're finding the depth, making sure your toes and your knees are tracking, whatever you choose to do, however wide you're choosing to have the feet. And I'm just making sure I'm okay on my back. I'm just going to turn to the side for the couple more, making sure your back is long, but you are hinging forward from the hips. And once you've done the last one, come back up. I'm mirroring you guys. So your left leg is going to come out to the side, and find that position when you're lengthening up. Bend your knee that you're standing on. Flex your left foot towards the camera, or towards in front of you. And just by standing upright and lifting that heel, you should feel that the glutes are kicking in. What you want to avoid, you don't want to bring the foot in front of you. You should still be standing between 2 panes of glass, and you should feel the glute kicking in already. If you want, put the arms out to the side and avoid leaning to the side. All we are going to do, as long as you make sure you're thinking about the outside edge of the foot, we pump it up. Tiny little pumps. 2, 3, 4. I'm waiting for the glutes to kick in. 7, 8, 9. Give me another 10. Try not to turn your toes up to the sky. 7, 6. Are you okay, Sue? 4, 3, 2, and come back to the squats. Find a foot position or the feet position and sit back into your squat. Again, I'm going back into hip distance. Whatever you need to do, exhale, come up. Now what you want to avoid when you come up, try not to drop the knees in. Make sure you're slightly pressing onto the outside edges of your feet to make sure your glutes are working. Keep breathing through it. Just to fire up the glutes. Bit of heat in the thighs, possibly. Let's make this the last one. Inhale, sit up, exhale, come up. And again, finding your position, shoulders back, try and release the tension. Lean onto the left leg, lift the right foot, flex the right foot, and it's very important that you are between the 2 panes of glass. When you lift, you should already feel the glutes. You might feel the one you're standing on. Lengthen through the spine, tuck your pelvis, think about the outside edge of the foot. That's the one that's going to pump up. So when you're ready, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and give me 5 more squats. Step the feet down, sit back onto your heels, lifting the toes. Inhale. Exhale. If there is a heel lift there, you could always have a go with that. Sit back onto your heels, lift the toes. Inhale. Exhale, possibly a heel lift. Sit back in here. Exhale. I'm doing another couple because I forgot to count, of course, as usual. Sorry about that. Last one. And let's come back up. I'm pretty much done. Hopefully you're in the back of your mat. Chin up on your inhale. Exhale, roll it towards the mat, but take it slow. Guys, are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Walk it out. Let's find high plank, upper press up position. Feet are hip distance. And then find a strong core, shoulders above the wrists, or maybe above the fingertips. Draw the belly button in. Definitely have a slight tuck in the pelvis and try not to drop your bum below shoulder level. I'm lifting the right heel on my inhale, tapping the right foot out onto the outside edge of the mat, and bring it back to center on your exhale. Lift the left heel, inhale, tap the left foot out, bring it back to center. Now, while you're alternating and breathing, you're moving the hips as little as possible. Definitely keeping your shoulders above the wrists or fingertips if you feel strong. Breathing through it, using your glutes to lift the knees, lift the leg with straight knees. And if you want the extra challenge, see if you can point your kneecap onto the mat the entire time, instead of turning the foot out towards the outside. Now my arms and my core is really firing up, kicking in. So I'm doing another 4 repetitions. 3, 2, try not to lift your bum. Last one. Bring it back to center and sit back into child's pose. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Good. Take it onto your front, please. Lie down on your stomach. I'm feeling brave, so I'm keeping the feet hip distance. You can always put them wider. I'm stacking the hands under the forehead. First thing you do, you glue the hands together, hands to the forehead, roll the shoulders back, scoop the pelvis, pressing feet in, lift head and shoulders, hands and elbows if you feel brave. If you're not sure, lift the hands and the elbows on the ground for now. Still upper back extensions. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bring it back in your own time. So you're using the first few repetitions to make sure your feet won't come off, even with the extra weight, and your shoulders won't slide up to your ears. Use your breath. Feel the upper back muscles. Yes, you might feel something in your lower back working, but no pain. Are we happy on the lower backs?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Let's leave the head and shoulders, elbows, hands, everything on the ground. Let's deal with the lower body slightly. Just for a few repetitions, squeeze the glutes, both of them. Lift both legs. Bring them back. A few more repetitions. You need a squeeze in the glutes first to tilt the pelvis. And leave your hips in that tilted position while you're lifting both legs, if possible, with straight knees. Now, if you find that's too much, you're going to do one leg at a time. Now, guys, again, one leg at a time is good. You're just going to do exactly the same that we are doing with one leg. But if you feel very brave, I'm adding to that. So you've got the scoop, you've got the lift. I'm bending both knees, flexing the feet, possibly touching the heels together, straightening the knees, still hovering, and bringing everything back onto the mat. I clench the bum and lift the legs on my inhale. I flex the feet, bend the knees on my exhale, possibly click the heels together. Straighten the knees and point the toes on your inhale and bring it back onto the mat on your exhale. Now, hopefully, when you do a few more repetitions, you start feeling your glutes, your hamstrings. I'm feeling my hamstrings as well, but definitely nothing in the lumbar spine. If there is anything kicking in, it means you're lifting possibly too high from the legs and you need a little bit more scoop in the pelvis. I just want your glutes and hamstrings to fire up. Have we got that, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah? It might not be both of them. It might be just the glutes, might be just the hamstrings, but as long as it's not your lower back, we are happy. When you're doing the last one, still bend the knee, click the heels above your bum, and then straighten them out. See if you can hover them, and then glue the hands back together, glue them to your forehead, and give me a full back extension. So lift the head, shoulders, elbows, and hold. Squeeze the glutes. Now see if you can draw the belly button away from the mat. Shoulders away from the ears. Lengthen crown of your head to the front. Lengthen toes to the back. And hold it for 3, for 2, and for 1. Bring everything onto the mat. Bend your knees, push the feet side to side. Are we okay on the lower backs?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. Either cat and cow or child's pose. I'm bringing the hands under the shoulders, pushing back. You've done the high plank, tapping the feet out with very little movement in the hips and really controlled tapping lightly out to the outsides of the mat. Now I'm going to try this exercise on my elbows. You might prefer it on your wrists. I find it from an elbow plank slightly harder. You might not find that. So I'm going to have another go with that. I'm putting the elbows onto the mat. I'm scooping tummy, stepping the feet to the back of the mat one by one. And first I'm lengthening through the back, shoulders above the wrist, shoulders above the elbows. Scoop the pelvis. And again, if you lift your bum slightly higher than your shoulders, that's okay, but do not drop below that. Lift the right heel on your inhale, tap it out onto the outside of the mat, and bring it back to center, exhale. Left leg inhale, tap very lightly, and bring it back. To make it really hard on yourself, rather than stepping the foot out, tap it very gently like a little fairy. Kneecap is pointing to the mat. When you lift the leg, the knee straight, so your glutes need to work hard. And now I'm really feeling it after those back extensions. Keep the tummy tight, so there is very little movement in the hips if possible. Now instead of looking at your feet, look at the mat between your forearms. So you're not shifting your bum up and your weight backward. Guys, I've got 3 more left in me. Once you've done that, drop the knees. Oh, and relax. Are you okay, guys?
Yeah.
I know there is a lot going on in your shoulders, but can you feel anything funny in your lower back?
No.
Okay. Now listen, I will stand you back up. A very quick downward dog. Pedal it out or stretch it, whatever you need to do. And I'm walking the hands and feet together in the middle of the mat because we will have some plie squats to do. So once the hands and feet are together, give it a gentle fold. You're also taking the weight off your wrists. So feel free to circle into the wrists, into the shoulders, into the head, bit of loosening, and then bend the knees. And very slowly restack the vertebrae to come into a standing position. Shoulders back, long spine. Whoa, shake it out. Please, squats. I'm going to face you. Are you okay?
Yeah.
I'm sweating, but I'm trying to cover it up by not wiping the sweat off. Come into a wide plie squat. If you want to turn the mat or you want to turn around, you don't have to see much. It's not very complicated. Turn the toes out. Just soften into the knees. I'm not squatting yet. I'm just softening. You're getting the same lecture that you get every time. If you look down, your knees and your toes are going the same way. So if you turn your toes out too much, but your knees are dropping in, your knees won't like it. So you might want to turn the toes in. It's more about where your knees are going and follow the knees with your toes. And then lengthen up so your spine is vertical and you've got the scoop in the pelvis. Having the arms for me in front of me will lengthen me because look what happens. If my arms are here, I lean a bit. If my arms are here, I'm a bit straighter. Okay, but it doesn't matter as long as you release the tension in your neck. Now, when you're ready, I'm looking for 5 plie squats. You take it as far as you want. Inhale, sit down. Knees, toes still going the same way. I'm still upright. Exhale, come up. Any arm position that suits you. Inhale. Good morning, David.
Good morning.
Exhale. here. 3 more rounds. In your own time. You sit it as far as you want. Now listen, after you've done the last one, still come back up. Try your best not to hinge forward. And then sit it back down as low as you wish, where your knees feel comfortable. And hold that. Where comfortable is a bit of an overstatement. Where your knees are happy, but you probably feel the burn in the thighs. Chest up. Release the tension in your neck. If you turn your palm up, you might feel a little bit less in the shoulders. I'm just going to bounce into the knees for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. The thighs are firing up. 4. Oh, hello. 2. And stay there. Option to come up for a sec or stay up there with me. Lift the left heel. Do another 10. 10, 9, 8. That's great. 6, 5, chest up. 4, 3, 2. Bring the left heel down. Oh, lift the right heel. And let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Left heel down. I'm so sorry. I need to come up. Oh, I'm coming back down because I need to do it with both heels off. You don't have to. Last 10. Lifting both heels if you want. And let's go. 10, 9, 8. Chest up. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Heels down. Oh, now I'm coming up. And bring the feet in. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Shake it out. No more plie squats. No more squats. Oh, I'm just going to give them a really quick stretch. I'm going to be quick so you can leave it out if you don't want to do it. Hold on to the wall if you want to do it with me. Oh, you okay, guys?
Yeah.
No more of this. That's enough. Now listen. One more set of tapping the feet out and then one more set of the back extensions. Now I'm going to choose tapping the feet out on my elbows because I find it harder on my stomach. But if you find that for any reasons you prefer it on your hands, that's fine. We will have 10, 5 each way. We are going slowly. You choose your position. The theory is the same. See where you're more comfortable on the shoulders and wrists, whatever you need to do. Inhale, chin up. Exhale, chin down. Slowly take it down. Oh, the legs. Hello. Walk forward and find your high plank or your elbow plank. See which one you want to do. The setup is important that your body line is straight. You've got that scoop in the pelvis and you're not pushing your weight back so the shoulders are staying in that position. Let's go for it, guys, whichever leg you want to start. Inhale, lift and tap out gently. Exhale, back to center. As little movement in the hips as you can. Make sure you lift from the glutes, which means that the knees will need to stay straight as you lift. Point the kneecap to the mat and breathe through it. Lengthen through the neck so the shoulders come away from the ears, and try your best not to shift your bum any higher or your weight towards the back of your mat. And guys, I'm coming up to the last 3. I really hope. For 2 and for 1. Let's see if we can hold that high plank. For 5 or lower plank wherever you are. For 4. For 3. For 2. And then lower yourself onto your front. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Stack the hands under your forehead. That was really convincing. Roll the shoulders back. Now listen, I'm going to put my feet wider than the mat this time. So I'm doing an external rotation in the thighs. I'm turning the toes and the kneecaps outward. But start by pressing the feet onto the mat. You can relax your head. I can't relax it because you can't hear me otherwise. But you relax your upper body. Let's deal with the lower body. Squeeze the glutes and tug the pelvis. Lift 1 or 2 legs. Bend both knees. Flex the feet and touch the heels together in a froggy. Straighten the knees, point the feet. And bring the feet back onto the mat. 1 leg at a time is still perfect. Make sure you squeeze the glutes. And if you want to come with me, make sure your feet are wider than your mat. So you touch the heels together with the flexed feet above your bum while you're hovering the knees in the air. And now my glutes are really kicking in. Inhale, clench and lift. Try not to lose that tuck in the pelvis. Exhale, bend and flex. Inhale, straighten and point. Exhale, bring it onto the mat. So I need the glutes to kick in, no pain in the lower back. Guys, are we okay with that? Can you feel your bum? Hamstrings, possibly? Okay. Now listen, guys, I'm doing the last one and I'm bringing everything back onto the mat. Glue the hands to the forehead and give me a full back extension. Squeeze the glutes first. So lift head and shoulders, elbows, hands. Lift the legs. Press the pubic bone in, draw the belly button away from the mat. Please be very careful with that. See if you can keep your knees straight and keep everything up and lifted. Click your heels together. Exhale, click. Inhale, open the legs wide. Exhale, click. Inhale, open wide. And keep going. Now you're going to start feeling your inner thighs. Hopefully your bum and hamstrings. Maybe your upper back, but your lower back should be safe. So squeeze the glutes, tug the pelvis. And give me another 5, 4, and this is my last one. Opening the legs wide. Bring it back onto the mat. You okay?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I was waiting for that. Okay, sit back on your heels for just a second. Oh, that was nice-ish. Lie down on your side. Listen, I am lying on my left side. Not that it matters a great deal. We are going to work on your inner thighs. Anytime you need to lie down on your side fully because your shoulders or your neck are not loving that position, that's good for me. But I'm going to come onto my elbow, the elbow underneath the shoulder, as if I was about to do a side plank, which we won't do. So if I'm just watching, you're on your left side, great. My right foot is going to pop behind my left hamstrings. Now you can pop the foot flat, I'll show you quickly, or come onto the tippy toes. I'm going to be on my tippy toes, I just much prefer it. The left leg is going to come to the front slightly. So there's a good hinge in the hips. Now you can use your top hand to use your hips, that you've got that tuck in the pelvis because you don't want any back pain. I'm going to lift the left leg. I'm just going to hold it. So I'm on my left bum cheek. I've got that scoop in the tummy. And when I do this exercise, I feel a lot in the stomach as well. Who's the little puppy with you? Carol.
Oh, that's my Rosie.
Rosie. Hi, Rosie. How are you? Now listen, make sure your right knee is pointing up to the sky and you press into the right foot. Try and kind of lift from the rib cage. You are going to collapse into it, but if you want to be comfortable on the left shoulder, lift from the rib cage, so push out of the ear. Now, I know I'm talking too much. The first thing we are going to do, you think about turning the inner thigh up to the sky. So if you feel that you're turning the kneecap upward, turn the kneecap downward. It will be more comfortable on your bum as well. Make sure it's already lifted and you're feeling the left inner thigh. Scoop the tummy again. All I'm looking for, the left heel is pointing up to the sky. Tiny little pumping up to the sky, tiny little pumps. Let's go. So you're already hovering. 2, I'm pointing the toes. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Give me another 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Stay nice and high. Now flex the foot. Again, the toes are turning down, the heel is turning up. Try and lift it a little bit higher. Now I'm actually feeling that flexing the foot, toes to the shin, is harder slightly. Scoop the tummy, try and lift out of the shoulder. Pump that heel up again for 20. 1, 2. Watch your tummy, it's engaged. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Give me another 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and stay up high. Hold it. Can you feel your inner thighs?
Yeah.
Is your lower back okay on the right side?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now listen. I'm going to relax the foot a little bit. I'm going to bend the knee a tiny little bit, left knee. Bend it a little bit and flex the foot again. Now straighten and point and lift higher. Hover it. Flex the foot and bend the knee a tiny, tiny little bit. Just soften it. Point the toe and straighten the knee. Lift higher. Flex and soften knee. Point, straighten and lift higher. And again, flex and soften. Inhale. Exhale, point, straighten, lift. Flex and soften, inhale. Point, straighten, exhale. We've got 6 more. Can you feel that? Or is it just me? Roll the belly button in. Oh, it's really kicking in now. Guys, I hope I've got 2 more because I'm starting to lose the coordination. With the last one, point and straighten, lift and pump. Now try and hover it high for the last time with the pointed toes. Pump it up for last 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, and relax. And relax. I'm going to sit up. Are you okay?
Going on.
Sit into butterfly. Flap it around. Are you okay in the shoulder? Yeah? Did you feel it in your left inner thigh?
Yeah.
Was your back all right, your lower back? Because sometimes the opposite side of the lower back can kick in if you lose that tuck in the pelvis. Was it okay? Go on to your right side. Let's get it out of the way because I can't even think about waiting for it and expecting it to happen again on the other side. So let's get it out of the way. So I'm on my right side. I'm pressing the left toes onto the mat behind my right thigh. Bring the right foot in front of you. Can you feel the left inner thigh now as I'm trying to open it and press the left foot into it? I'm really feeling it here. Now listen, the first thing you do, you scoop. Drop your belly button. Again, make sure there is a good angle at the right hip. Okay? So the left foot is pressing into the ground, and instead of having a straight line, I'm bringing the right foot a little bit in front of me. Bend the left knee. That's it. We've got it. Now I'm pointing the right toes. I'm turning the right heel up and just lift up. Just for now, just hold it. Wait for the tension to kick in the right thigh. Check that the left knee is pointing up. Check that you're scooping the tummy. Check that you're pressing into the right elbow. I'm very demanding. Just by doing that, my right inner thigh is kicking in already. So if and when you're ready, start pumping your right heel up to the sky for 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Scoop the tummy, please. 2 and 1. Stay up. Now flex the foot. Think about toes are going to the mat. The right heel is going up. Lift slightly higher. Scoop the tummy. And let's pump. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and stay up. Now point the toes. You've got the 10 repetitions of flex the foot, soften the knee, straighten, point, and pump. Flex, soften, straighten, point, pump. That's 2. We've got 8 more. Try and lift out of the ear. It's getting harder and harder, but it's even more important that you tug the pelvis. Guys, I've got 4 more. Can you feel it?
Yep.
Oh, I've got 1 more. Point and pump. Now stay high. Stay high. Last 20. Pump it as high as you can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And relax. Sitting up. Butterfly legs. Are you okay?
Yeah.
That was fun, wasn't it? Yes, it was.
Carol, lucky you.
What's that?
I said, Carol, lucky you watching this.
She will be so pleased. She'll be so pleased to be watching this. Right. Oh, sorry. Can I get you onto your back? I wanted to give the legs a little bit of a break with a bit of tummy supine lying positions. Right, ladies, are we good? Do bits and pieces that you feel that work on your stomach. Don't risk your lower back or your head. Your neck. Go onto your back, please. I'm just plopping onto my back, really. The first thing we do, double leg stretch. I'm building up to it. If you know it, you don't have to wait for me. Hug the knees in. Make sure you squeeze your knees together, which is lovely on the inner thighs right now. Make sure you start on your back. The first thing you do, you lift the chin to the chest. You look at your belly button. Then you drop the belly button. That will press your lower back onto the mat. Lift head and shoulders. Neutral neck. I'm starting with the legs. I'm releasing the legs. Inhale as you extend your legs out. Exhale, bring the knees in. Now, if you find you want one leg at a time, inhale, exhale, bring the leg in and alternate. That is a really good exercise. I really like that. You can always chug the arm in, even if you're doing one leg. Exhale, tap the outsides of your ankles. Inhale, extend leg or legs. Sweep the arms around at the same time. Tap the outsides of your legs. Now, what you don't want to do, you want to keep the shoulders high the entire time. So if you feel that with the arm extensions, you're crunching up and down, then definitely stay up. Good morning, Giselle. Inhale, extend. Exhale, tap. She's gone. Was that Giselle at least?
Yeah, she did. She said hi.
Good morning. Inhale. Exhale. We've got a couple more because I can't talk anymore. Just getting to my stomach. And then bring the head and shoulders onto the mat. Guys, did you feel the stomach only? No funny back pain?
No bad.
Okay. Now listen, I'm resting the head, shoulders, hands by my side on the mat. Bring the legs into tabletop position. Make sure you're closing the gap underneath your lower back and check with one hand that you're dropping the belly button. Yeah, stomach is working. Try and drop the rib cage towards the mat as well. Release the tension in your neck. You extend your right leg out while you pull the left knee into the chest on your exhale. Meet the legs in a tabletop, knees above the hips. Exhale, pull the right knee in, extend the left leg out. Inhale, switch the legs. Exhale, split them. Inhale, switch. Exhale, split. While you're doing that, you're keeping the lumbar spine flat. You have the option to, first of all, straighten both legs and help with the hands to gently pull. Let them switch above the hips. Gently pull the other way. When you feel you're ready, inhale, meet the feet. Exhale, scissor without the hands. Inhale, meet the feet. Exhale, scissor legs. Inhale. Exhale. Keep the lower back on the mat. Let the other leg come on top of you, which I know will require a bit of length in the hamstrings. Keep your lower back flat. Now I'll give you one more option. Next time your legs come together, and you can still do it with bent knees. You lift chin to chest, head and shoulders off, fingertips around the ears, elbows wide, and you do exactly the same leg movement. Bend knees or straight knees. 10, 9, 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug the knees in. Relax head and shoulders. Turn your head side to side. Rock your knees side to side to loosen your back. Are we all right?
Yeah.
Good, good, good. Now listen, I'm going to bring you onto all fours. No rush, but there will be a bit more work on your glutes. Now, while you're getting into the position, I just show you very quickly so you know what happens, but I will talk you through it and we will do it together. Exercise number 1 is long range donkey kicks. Up and down, up and down, up and down. Then we pump it. Then straight knees, we pump it. And then the tricky bit comes when I'm popping the opposite elbow onto the mat. Just look at the alignment. I'm going to, at that point, but I will talk you through it. I'm lifting the right heel high, the heel high. I'm turning the foot out, which means that this hip is going to lift. I'm going to bringing the knee in high towards my shoulder, and I'm closing the knees into fire hydrant. Open, and this is the hard bit. When you push it back, it goes behind you and high, squeezing the glute. And the reason why I'm saying that, I'm just going to turn around for a sec. Sorry, I don't know which way to turn. When people do this exercise, they kick it out to the side, but actually the leg needs to go behind you and up. Does that make sense? So when your leg is pushing back, it's lining up with the long side of your mat, not coming out to the side. But I will talk you through it. I just wanted you to understand it. Any questions so far? I'm going to work on my right glute. I'm coming onto the hands. I will start on the hands. If your wrist can take it, stay there. But feel free to go onto both elbows anytime you want. Find a neutral spine and make sure your knees are under your hips. Roll the shoulders back, draw your belly button in, and the belly button being drawn up is the key to make sure that all the pressure is going onto the glutes. Flex the right foot and pull the right heel to your bum. Take a long inhale as you exhale. Donkey kick. So you lift and squeeze the right bum cheek on the top. Bring the knees together on your inhale. We do 10 of them. Exhale, lift and squeeze the bum cheek. Make sure you press into both elbows. Make sure your right knee is not coming out to the side. It's pointing to the back the entire time. And your right heel stays on your bum if you can take it. Now start thinking about your belly button even more. Draw it up as you lift the right heel. Make sure it's not just a kick. It's a very controlled lift and a squeeze in the bum cheek. Now you might find that you're not really feeling the right bum cheek that much, but you start feeling the left bum cheek. It's completely normal because your left bum cheek is the one that stabilizes your hips. Also draw the belly button in to make sure that your core muscles are doing that job as well. Left elbow is staying straight. Guys, I'm coming up to the last one, I think. So I'm going to lift, hold on the top, squeeze your belly button in, level the hips, and pump your heel up into donkey kick for 10, 9, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We've got one more set of pumping. Straighten the right knee, keep the heel high. Now level the hips and extend the right heel towards the back of the mat to lengthen the right side of your waist. Draw the belly button in, squeeze the right bum cheek, and pump it up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold it up there. Bring your left elbow underneath your left shoulder. I'm still staying on the right hand if you can. Now lift the right heel higher. Flex your right foot out to the side. Let the right hip lift. But if you feel you're arching your lower back, draw the belly button in. Bend the right knee and bring it high, high, high towards your right shoulder. And bring the knees together. Open out into a fire hydrant. Bring the right knee high. Now push it back all the way behind you. Squeeze the right bum cheek on the top. Bend the knee. Keep it high. Close the knees. That was one. We've got 4 more. Open up, inhale. Push it behind you. Take your time to lift high and squeeze the bum cheek. Open the front of your right hip. Exhale. Bring it into a fire hydrant. Close the knees in. That's 2, and it's surprisingly horrible. We've got 3 more. Open up, inhale. Push it behind you and up. Squeeze the bum cheek to open the front of your right hip. Exhale. Inhale, fire hydrant, knees high, close to the right shoulder. Exhale, close it in. I've got 2 more left. Inhale. Oh my goodness. My left bum cheek is really bad. I'm feeling the right, but the left is really screaming at me. As I'm making this the last one, push it all the way back and hold it in the back with straight knee. Push it back, draw the belly button in, make sure your right heel is higher, flex the right foot out, squeeze the bum cheek. The outside edge of your right foot is pumping up to the sky for 10, 9, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, almost there. We've got one more thing to do. Bend the knee and keep it in a very high fire hydrant, like a little puppy's having a little wee. Bring the right knee close to your shoulder, lift it high. Now pump the right shin, which is horizontal up to the sky for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and bring the knees together. Oh, go onto your back, please. Please remember the right leg was moving. Are you okay?
No.
Yeah.
My goodness. Are you all right? For me, the left bum cheek was more painful during the exercise when we did the last 10 sets of pumping. Then the right bum cheek really kicked in. What did you feel?
They
Left.
were both competing.
Was that?
They were both competing, yeah.
Now listen, I'm flapping the knee around, one heel across if your knee can take it. I'm not stretching just yet. I'm not giving myself that lovely treat yet. I want to leave it to the end just to have something to look forward to. Now listen, can we go through the same tummy exercises just to take the mind off of the bum? So starting with the double leg stretch, you know what you're doing. Just go for it. You don't need to wait for me. Hug your knees in. If you're coming with me, heel, chin to chest, pressing lower back in, lifting shoulder blades high. The higher you lift the shoulder blades, the less tension you will have in your neck, the more you're working the stomach muscles. And release if you're ready. One leg is good. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bring it back. Two leg is good. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bring it back. Chuck in the arms when you're ready. Inhale, extend. Keep the shoulders high. Exhale, tap the outsides of your ankles. Give me 8. 7. Close the gap underneath your lower back. 6. 5. 4. 3. Once you've done the last one, bring the head and shoulders down. I'm keeping the head and shoulders on the mat, hands by your sides, unless you want to use the hands to check that you're closing the gap underneath your lower back, dropping the belly button. I'm starting with bent knees, splitting them on your exhale. Inhale, meet them in a tabletop above the hips. Inhale, exhale. I'm checking that I'm closing the gap underneath the lower back. So there is a lot of work going through my stomach. You can scissor if you're ready. So straight knees. See which one you feel more. I want to focus on the stomach. If you get too much tension in the front of your hips, your hip flexors, you might want to bend your knees because it says that your hamstrings are not really helping. Now listen, I'm taking it further. I think I'm ready to lift the head and shoulders. Fingertips around the ears, elbows wide. Choose a leg movement for 10. Elbows wide, please. 4, 3, 2. Bring the knees in. Head and shoulders relax. Massage your lower back. Come onto all fours, please. Are you okay? Can I just have a sip of water? I'm sorry. And then we do the left bum cheek. Cheers, everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Let's get this out of the way. I mean, let's do this lovely thing. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. The box position is really important. Shoulders back, point the elbows to the back. Draw the belly button in. I want all the pressure on the bum. Want is a bit of a strong word. Flex your left foot and pull the left heel to your bum. Take a big inhale, exhale, donkey kick slowly, lift and squeeze the bum cheek on the top. Inhale, bring the knees together. You've got 9 more. Exhale, lift, and don't forget about the squeeze. Left knees pointing to the back, push into the right heel of the hand to really straighten out your right elbow. Make sure the back of your neck is long, the sides of your necks are long. So it's not just a lift, it's a lift and a squeeze. Think about the length of your left side. So when you lift the knee, you also lengthen the knee towards the back, so you're not side crunching the left side of your body, if that makes any sense. Now, guys, I have no idea where I am. Is it 6-ish?
Yeah.
Work with your breath. And again, do not forget about the squeeze. Push into both heels of the hands, because at some point you will start collapsing into the elbows. Keep pushing into the heels of your hands. Neck is long. Is this the last one for you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Stay up. Draw the belly button in first. Level hips, squeeze the left bum cheek. Palm the heel up, bend knee still. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and stay up high. Straighten the left knee. I'm still flexing the foot. Oh, lengthen the waist. Push into the heels of your hands. Squeeze the left bum cheek. Draw the belly button upward. Palm the heel up with straight knee for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and try and stay high with the heel. Bring the right elbow under the right shoulder. Start lifting the left heel high. As you flex the left foot out to the side, your left hip is lifting, but you're going to draw the belly button in. Already start squeezing the left bum cheek so you know what you're doing. Bring the left knee towards your shoulder. Keep the left knee high into a high fire hydrant. Bring the knees together. Now let's go for the 5 repetitions. Inhale, open the knee wide, lift it high. Push it back and take your time to straighten the leg. Squeeze the bum cheek and lift the left heel high. Bring it into a fire hydrant. Inhale. Close to your left shoulder. Exhale, close. We've got 4 more. Lift on your inhale. Push it to the back. Squeeze the bum cheek. Open the front of your left hip. Exhale. Inhale, fire hydrant. Exhale, close. It's getting so bad for me, but in a good way. Inhale, open. Exhale, push it back. Take your time to squeeze. Bring it into a fire hydrant. Close it in. I think we've got 2 more. Am I right? I do not want to do an extra repetition of this. And we are coming up to the last one. Thank goodness for that. Extend the leg in the back. Push it high, flex the foot out, feel that squeeze in the left bum cheek, draw the belly button in. Outside edge of the left foot, pump it up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, almost there. Bring it into a fire hydrant. See if you can keep your shin horizontal, lift it a bit higher, draw the belly button in. Left knee close to your bum, pump it up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and bring the knees together. Oh, sit back on your heels if it's comfortable, but if you want, go onto your back straight away. Ladies, we are done. I'm just going to do some stretching. Oh. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now listen, some of you love pigeon stretch on your front, so feel free to stay there. But if you want to go onto your back with me, I'm putting the right heel across the left thigh for a glute stretch. Just a bit of flapping around first to flush out the lactic acid, because there is a lot of burning sensation in the glutes for me. But if and when you're ready, reach for the back of your left thigh, pull it in, and find that glute stretch. We are going to take 5 long breaths here. Change sides, please. Find the other side, bit of flapping for me.
Yeah, I need to be off. Is that okay?
Yeah, sorry about that. Thank you so much, Natasha. I'll see you later, yeah?
See you later. Thanks so much, dear.
Bye, thank you.
Bye-bye. Have a good day.
Bye. Reach for the back of your leg, pull it in, and hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Let's do a quick lower back stretch. Draw the knees into your chest, drop the knees to your right. Turn your head to the left, try and keep the shoulder blades flat. Help with that right hand if you need to maybe grab the knee and feel the stretch in the lumbar spine. Ladies, you're okay?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. And I'm changing sides. Knees to the left. Find your own spinal twist if you've got one that works better. And then slowly sit up. You might want to bring it through the center and roll up. You might want to roll onto your side and just sit up, whatever you choose. Let's end up with a hamstring stretch. I'm straightening the legs in front of me, lengthening through the back. And then folding. Take a few deep breaths here. Almost there, ladies, I promise. Lovely, ladies. Onto all fours. I'm going to start with cat and cow to stretch the stomach. Looking up, tailbone up. That's lovely. And then one more hip flexor stretch, stepping the right foot to the front, lifting the chest. I'm scooping pelvis once you're upright. Bend your right knee slightly more. And if you have the right leg in front of you, left arm up and a gentle back bend, maybe across to your right. Keep scooping the tummy to feel the front of your left hip. Lovely, change sides. Left leg in the front, make sure you're lifting up high. You've got the tuck in the pelvis, bending the front knee. And the right arm up for me because the left leg is in the front. A slight back bend without collapsing onto your lower back and across to the left. Long breaths. Lovely, guys. Hands on your mat. Push up into downward dog for a quick stretch. Possibly you want to feel your heels. Maybe your chest if you bend the knees. Walk the hands and feet together. Now I'm going to turn around to use the long side of the mat into a wide-legged forward fold. So I'm bringing the feet wide parallel and then forward to feel the inner thigh stretch. Take about 3 breaths, turning the tailbone up. Any arm position, anywhere where you feel good, where you feel that your hamstrings are, the inner thighs are stretching hamstrings. And then if you have the good knee for that, flick the heels in, maybe bring the feet a bit closer and sit into a yogic squat. For one more inner thigh stretch, I'm pressing the knees out with the elbows and lifting through the back. It's just a bit different. Still inner thighs, hopefully, but a bit different. And I'm pressing the hands onto the knees, rounding the back as you come up slowly. Bring your feet in. Open the back of your shoulders. Slouch, chin to chest. Gliding the shoulder blades away from each other. Open the front of your shoulders, your chest. Roll the shoulders back, shoulder blades together. Tuck your pelvis. I tend to drop the tailbone to the mat. So I'm lengthening through the back. If you manage to lengthen through the neck as well, maybe drop the ear to shoulder one way. And the other way. And then release. Let's stand up tall. Feet parallel, soft knees, slight tuck, long spine, shoulders back, neutral neck, and finishing it off, sweep up on your inhale. Exhale. One last time. And give yourselves a big round of applause. Thank you so much, ladies.